5 grams and the commercial quantity is 250 grams. So what was the punishment? If lesser than 250 grams, they come into the prevalence of 5 grams.
You're bound by act.
Some I have to ask.
It would be medically advised.
We can act
No,
only
no,
by the act.
the major punishment just above the small quantity will be the commercial.
See, the problem is one. We are not treating the person who drug traffickers. So we can treat them 250 or more for it is suppose. But whereas in small quantity to 1 gram, 2 gram and all 5 grams, they are not treating us that they are the drug traffickers. This is the problem here. See, apart from that, we cannot beyond the scope of the act. We have to, within the stipulated under the act, we have to give the punishment. Sometimes we have to look into that. The lacuna has been trying to escape. In one case, we had an experience. One of the judge's son-in-law had been booked under this act. So therefore, ultimately, normally we won't quash the proceedings in NDPS Act. But whereas in this case, where deep manner, everything has been looked into, finally it has been quashed. Even for the 482 has been invoked and that has been quashed. So therefore, we cannot say that in all occasions we have to look into a very strict and dealt with an iron hand. Then sometimes the innocent may be punished.
Always.
Yeah, always. Sometimes, of course, what I have been trying to say, somebody is
I have a little suggestion to make.
Yes.
After hearing my good friend Venkatesh, I am provoked to say something to this galaxy of great audience. I am a lawyer of Supreme Court bar, but I am not asking on anything on law, but how to stop the menace of trafficking, that is the drug trafficking in the international arena. My simple suggestion to this august body, that is, it is also an international arena, hosted by our great friend Agarwal. I have to say that it is all drug traffickers. Those are roaming all over the globe. Even they have come to India also. Might be some are watching here also on deliberations. Might be. My great suggestion to them, small suggestion, it may become greater in the future days, that we should give them great spiritual training. They should get proper spiritual training, character building education. That in Bihar jails or in big jails of India, international jails, they should be given proper training courses. That is how you can say that the Valmiki can become a great writer for Ramayana, was a great modern. So, a great modern or Dakati, you name anything he was. So this is a suggestion. You can make a resolution that this is that drug traffickers.
It will be considered.
No, why it's only drug trafficking?
Proper moral training, all criminal training, secular training.
In jail, you can have all jail reform. You know, this is a part of jail reform. In jail reform, they try to teach some yoga and they try to give something. You can do it better. I mean,
Or the effect is not coming out.
jail reform. These are jail reform.
But they are outside the jail. That is the problem. They are outside the jail.
Outside. Only when you can only try to reform those who are inside the jail. So this also. No, we had an experience. Mr. Aditya Agarwal had arranged a program in Allahabad prison. More than 5 or 6, 2,000 or 5,000 prisoners were there. So we are bringing to there Mr. Agarwal and big program we had 4 or 5 years back. 4 or 5 years back. Ultimately, we inquired many number of accused, the long prisoners. What they say, in a deep manner, we are inquiring into everybody says that I am innocent. Yes. So to some extent, one man said more than 30 years he had been inside. So we do not know. See, when the trial has passed, because there must be some line has been drawn. So how to act upon. So therefore, we should bring into the proper educated to the what you said, that my friend has been said, that suggestion will be taken in and all your suggestions will be taken and send it to the government as far as this is concerned, and we will do it.
My one suggestion, that the laws which were enacted 200 years ago are sufficient to curb the menace of the crimes committed here. But the implementation is the problem, the execution is the problem. and the executive machinery power. With that problem is that, say, small quantity drug, commercial quantity drug, large quantity drug. If one is caught with large quantity, he can be put into small category by the officials, those who are arresting him. So it is in their hands. There is a proper machinery, CRPC or IPC is there, everything is meant there, but implementation is not there. How to do that implementation properly, and how to take out corruption out of the executing machinery of the state, that is the problem.
Can I say something about this drugs? Someone said they should be doing yoga, but in the Western countries they realize that why do people do drugs? Because they want to make money. So hit them where it hurts, take their money away, confiscation and restraint orders. So once they find out convicted of any criminal offences, drug trafficking, all the money comes to the government as much as they can get globally. That's the way to stop it.
I must tell you about what you are saying. There was a case that I did recently where certain kind of drugs that were exported out of India were caught in London, and the London police and the customs authorities continuously pursued the matter with the Narcotic Control Bureau, gave all the information, confiscated material, etc., and ensured there's a great international cooperation on drug trafficking, and it is taken seriously, and I think the Narcotic Control Bureau is doing a fairly good job. There are, I mean, of course, exceptions, but the Narcotic Control Bureau, which is the nodal authority for controlling of drug trafficking in India, is doing quite a good job as opposed to local police, because this is not. But if it is caught by local police, then you have a problem. But if the Narcotic Control Bureau takes over and it does the investigation and arrest, etc., they seem to be pretty efficient. Apart from that, see, many of the people, especially in accused concerns, they do not know this NDPS, this and all, the drug trafficking and all is an offence. Many of the persons, when they are caught out by the police, they say, yes, I got it. One of the persons has given all statement as if he has done right. He has given everything, yes, this is I have done, yes, this is I have brought it this way, everything has been done. So, finally he said, the judgment has been delivered, he said, and is begging before the judge, say, I have no knowledge about all these things. It is an offence in this country. Like this they are saying. So therefore, we should bring into the sensitization to the society and awareness to the society. That's also one of the ones, because when we are saying drinking liquids injurious to the health, like this they should say, if anybody doing this size of involving these offences, it is more serious in this country. Like this, we should bring it to the society awareness. It's must. So we are insisting the entire global, in all the countries, there must be this type of conferences which are helpful to us. We are saying that there must be uniform punishment required. See, suppose if we go there in America, there are only 3 years, 4 years, sometimes we have this is not taken very seriously. Yes, but yes, national. In Singapore, it is very death sentence. So death sentence. Therefore, we have to there must be treaties. Those who are having treaties, they are considering it. Otherwise, these people is not taking this very serious issue. These and all we have to discuss with even in the International Court of Justice. We are bringing into the issues and to deal with it in a proper manner and to imposing the uniform code. Yes, we are sending our suggestions.
Thank you very much. We are winding up this working session, and now our colleagues will take our charge for the next session. Thank you.
Kumar Arya, Mr. S.N. Bhargava, former Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, and Mr. Akshay Kumar Biswas, Advocate, Odisha High Court, to come on the dais, please.
And august guest on the dais,
I've been given 5 minutes to talk on the topic. Now, in a gathering like this, it is good time to talk about nitty-gritty of merger and acquisition. But I'll touch upon the international dimension of merger and acquisition. Some of the major merger and acquisition which has taken place in the last few years leaves much to desire about the conduct of the corporate sector. Ideally, the kind of problems which are being faced world over these days are arising out of greed of the corporate sector. Look at some of the large corporations, how they packed up during this economic recession. Just few months before onset of the recession, they acquired a lot of new companies without letting anybody know their actual financial performance. In India also, we have a number of cases, companies which were disinvested by government at that point of time. And the basis for disinvestment was that this is the larger in the circulation. But now if you look at those instances in introspection, some people made best advantage and disinvestment has personally made them rich at the cost of the whole nation. You know, some people know only about Dhirubhai Ambani. I don't know how many of you are aware of names like Anil Agrawal, whose story is as spectacular as the story of Dhirubhai Ambani. He was working on a small shop in a place like Kala Ghoda in Bombay in '77 on a salary of 300 rupees. Today, his company is listed on London Stock Exchange and his book assets are more than 12 billion sterling pounds. He became rich at the cost of disinvestment by the government. All those companies which were taken over by him, like Hindustan Zinc, Ralco, Madras, Alumina and all that, they overnight turned into profit-making organizations. So the question is, what is the real story behind this merger and acquisition? Whether it is by way of disinvestment, whether it is by way of merger, whether it is by way of acquisition. See, acquisition is a term which is used when a larger company takes over a small company and merges a small company with itself. Merger could be by way of acquisition, it could be by way of amalgamation, it could be by way of takeover. Another feature which has taken up recently is hostile takeover. Although SEBI rules do not provide for that, it says any company which wants to have more than 10% of the shareholding of a company which is want to take over, they have to make a public offer. But we all know how these takeovers are engineered. Through brokers, they keep on buying on behalf of the company in small pieces, and suddenly, in a well-planned manner, they make declaration to the stock exchange under the listing agreement that so much share has been taken over by so-and-so, so much so, you'll be surprised, Mukesh Ambani owns more than 49.6% of the live industry through direct ownership and through a network of private limited companies which are directly or indirectly owned by him. Now, if that could be a deliberate misuse, you can very well imagine how things go about. Similarly, look at merger of companies like, I don't know, there was a company called Borrow Welcome, pharmaceutical company, British company. It got merged with Glaxo. It became Borrow Welcome Glaxo Limited. Within no time, it got merged with Split Clean and Beecher. So today it is GSK. And the only competition in the pharmaceutical industry for this company was from Ranbaxy. Now Ranbaxy, which was the only Indian pharmaceutical multinational which had manufacturing unit in US, China, Malaysia, Thailand, suddenly both the brothers, they made a fast buck because they were involved in a lot of genuine litigation in America, because I know inside story. The only research they were doing in the laboratory was breaking the foreign formulation and selling it, making the same product, selling it